Okay. Hi, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time. Sorry, we have some technical difficulties. And so we're going to do like a phone interview with our guest. And if you hadn't noticed, it's me, just Buddy, and Nemo's not here. So he has an extended vacation that he took for Memorial Day. So hopefully everybody had a good and safe Memorial Day yesterday. But we're here. And before we get started, whoops, where am I at? Uh-oh. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm not, Buddy's not used to this, right, guys? All right. Let's see, layers. Whoops. Okay. Uh, all right, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just introduce our guest. Okay, uh, Pio Trevino. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. Everybody knows that I am new to this stuff, and I'm producing the show. So let's see. I'm going to put that up there. I'm doing it on the fly, and everybody's kind of used to that with me nowadays. Okay, let's see. Put it right there. Trying to make everybody look pretty. All right. And here we go. All right. Here's our guest, Pio Trevino. Whoops. Let's see.
How's it going, buddy?
Uh, Good. Can hopefully on our chat, tell us if you can hear us. It'd be great.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I'm hoping everybody else in our chat can hear us like that. All right, but welcome to Tejano Talk. I'm glad we tried our best to get all the technology working, but we're going to
I think
deal
it
with
was
what we have,
just
right?
a storm going on outside over here.
Yeah, we had bad weather in North Texas. I had a big tree in my front yard, and thank God it fell towards the street and not my house. But
Yeah,
uh, I hear okay, good. One of the guests in the chat said they can hear us, so we're doing good. And
yeah.
so welcome to Tejano Talk. How you been?
Oh, real good, buddy. Just working a lot,
Yeah.
going up and down the state, and uh, also our new CD is about to come out. We got a new single,
Yes, it comes out
and
Friday, doesn't it? And all I think
the
May thirty
the,
first.
the single the single is already out,
Right.
and we also have a video that's already out.
Yes, we're going to play that later in the show, and you've got David
Yeah,
Lee on it.
yeah. David Lee,
Yeah,
man,
but
he did an awesome job.
yes, and
Awesome job.
but I think I try to do my research. I've got, and everybody out there knows I'm the research guy, and my co-host is the cheeseman. He tries to get everything and get everybody laughing and stuff. But I think your album is coming out on all streaming platforms this Friday. I think
Yeah,
31st.
yeah. I think that we are.
No, it's the single that's coming out, and then the CD.
Okay.
The single is coming out, and then the CD.
Okay, the single's coming out. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And for those people who are out there, that's Bessie, his wife, in the
Hello.
background.
God bless everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are grateful that you did make it today because I was thinking we could reschedule because your wife just came out of surgery this morning.
Yeah. She had some knee surgery done to her today,
Yeah.
and she's doing great.
Okay. Well,
She's already up and about. No se quiere sentar.
wow. I guess surgery is going a lot easier nowadays than the back in the day when you'd have to be
Yeah.
laid
Plus,
out.
I mean, she's under a lot of drugs too.
Amen.
Pain meds are good.
Pain medications. You know,
Oh yeah. Okay.
they're
And
drugs too.
yeah. And how's your health? Because I think you have open heart surgery a couple years ago.
Oh man, that was gosh,
Like
2011.
yeah. Oh okay. Okay. Wow. That's far. I thought
Yeah.
I do my research and I heard you say that on Rock and Roll James's show and
Yeah.
we're all big fans of Rock and Roll James here.
Oh yeah.
And one of the interesting things that I saw that I heard on his show is that you were born in Kingsville, but you were raised in Kings Ranch.
Yeah. I was. That's where I lived.
Yeah.
That's where my parents lived. That's where my grandparents lived.
Wow.
Uh, all my 13 uncles and aunts that my dad had,
Wow. You
sisters
come
and
from
brothers,
what
and
about now? The, okay. Did when you were? I know you started singing when you were 14, like that. And when did you get married? How old were you
oh
when you got married?
man,
How old were
I
you?
think right now we're like 43 years,
Oh wow.
1980.
Wow. Congratulations.
But
I
we've
Thank
think
been
you.
together since 1977. So.
Yeah,
okay. My parents just celebrated their 60th anniversary last year.
Oh,
God
that's
bless you.
blessing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
That's great.
I remember. By the way, I'm an Aggie. I graduated from Texas A&M, and I heard that the did you go to? I think your dad wanted you to go to Texas A&M in Kingsville.
It was Texas A&I.
Yeah, it was called A&I back then.
Oh, A&I, but now it's Texas
Yeah.
A&M. I think I'm not
Yeah.
sure, like that. So, did you take any classes?
No, I dropped out because I wanted to perform. I wanted
Okay,
to be on the road.
I think you made a wise decision. Hopefully,
Uh,
yeah.
well,
Hopefully, your dad thinks so too.
I don't have any regrets. I just think that the only way you can make it is by struggling. You know,
Oh
you
yeah,
struggle at first, and then it makes you want to do it more and more, and it makes you better. You know.
yeah. The harder you work, the more results you
Yeah.
get. Yes.
Yeah. Just like me and my wife, we were a team.
Yeah.
The guys in the band were like a family. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, I've had these guys for years, man, and 15 plus years. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Now,
Uh, uh,
yeah. Were you? I know you have a video with David Lee, but did you sing with a song with your daughter?
yes, I did.
Okay. What was it?
Yeah. Finally, I got to sing with my baby girl,
Okay.
Priscilla.
So the youngest one
Yeah.
you got to sing with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a speech therapist. She's 39 years old.
Yeah. And
Okay.
she sings every Sunday for her church.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
they have to tell her to step back because she sings so loud.
She's a power singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not shy.
No, no.
All right.
And I'm so glad that I included her in this CD because it's something that, I've always wanted to do with one of my kids because they all can sing. It's just that you got to be crazy to sing,
Yeah.
like go out and
She was our wild and crazy one out of 5 kids.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you come from you said I think you said your dad had 13 siblings like
Yeah,
that, and they all could sing. They're musically inclined. They played instruments, and so you come from a musical background.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
D-
my mom originally is from New York.
Okay. Yeah.
It's when my dad was working for the King Ranch. He was helping train and take care of thoroughbred racehorses.
Yeah. And one of them won
And
a triple crown, I think.
yeah, assault. And my dad is the one who told the owner, Mr. Bob, put him in the race because he was considered a three-legged animal because one of his legs was like a mule.
Oh wow.
And my dad told Mr. Tabor, you got to look at the heart,
Okay.
and they put him out there and he won.
All right.
They couldn't get any breed off of him because he was sterile.
Oh rats. He could have made
Yeah,
lots of money on that.
that's
Not that.
that's what I started doing since I was 5 years old. I got my first Social Security working there at the King Ranch,
Wow.
making $4.32 a month. And believe me, you work a
Oh yeah.
month because those horses eat every day. They train every day,
They don't go on
and
vacation. They have to eat and
no.
they have to be trained and all
So
that.
I've been lucky in my career that I've had such good people that I've been working under that believe in what you're doing and they tell you go do it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get after me when I couldn't come, and because when I come back to work, I do the work of three people because that's how I was trained.
Okay.
And but man, it being a child out there at the King Ranch is like, gosh, man, we were like handed a pot of gold because everything was great. They
Okay.
used to take care of their people real good,
What was there like a school on the King's Ranch for
Oh yeah,
everybody?
yeah. Santa had through the school,
Oh wow.
and it would go from kindergarten, first grade, all the way to eighth grade.
Right. And so everybody in your family worked at the King's Ranch.
Yeah, everybody.
Wow.
Because I got four brothers and one sister,
Okay.
and
And do they still work
they
for the King's Ranch?
huh?
Do they still work for the King's Ranch?
No, no,
Oh,
they don't. I lost my sister last year,
oh, sorry to hear that.
I've got the other three brothers. One of them's in a nursing home. He's been there he had a couple of strokes, and he's our oldest.
Okay.
But it's like whenever we'd have a party, we'd make a circle and everybody sang.
Yeah.
Everybody, come on, bien alegres. Everybody bien alegres, and I'll never forget the time when uh, my grandfather used to be the chauffeur for Mr. Claiborne.
Okay.
So whenever Mr. Claiborne would have a party at the big house, which we called it. That's what we called it.
Yeah.
They they would hire guys like Trio Los Panchos,
Yeah.
and my grandmother lived about maybe I would say maybe 3 blocks away from the big house,
Okay.
and Mr. Claiborne would send Los Panchos to go serenade my grandmother.
Oh wow.
And I'd be standing there, todo mocoso, stuff like that. But I witnessed all of this good stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, gosh, man, I'm so proud of this new CD
Yeah.
under Freddie Records. I mean, I have a real good feeling that it's going to do real good for us because it's kind of like I'm kind of the composers we got on this one are a lot better.
Yeah.
Uh, I did a song. My keyboard player Eli Molina, he did one song also, and he's also the engineer for Freddie Records, and he's like my right hand man. And then with the help of Mr. Hector Gutierrez from Robstown, he helped us with his production and arrangements, and man, and he also has a song in there.
Oh
And
wow. Now.
yeah, so it's
Okay.
and then I got like 3 songs from Freddie Martinez,
Oh wow.
and that new song with David Lee Garza playing the accordion. No
Yes.
me queda claro. That one is great, and then we also have like a surprise in there, like Mr. Freddie Fender is. I'm going to be singing with him, even though he's not with us, but we took his voice from one of his songs
Yeah.
and
It was just on a.
Made him sing it ranchero.
He was
Okay.
just practicing showing the music, and it was
And I liked the song, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And Freddie says, "Well, let's do it." So David Lee is playing accordion on that too.
Oh wow.
And, yeah, and but it's great. I mean, it's got a bunch of good stuff in there.
Okay.
A
So
bunch of good.
the music video, that's a ranchera. Are the majority of your songs coming out rancheras, or are you going to throw in some cumbias and other things?
I got cumbia rancheras. I got slow ones. You know,
Okay.
it's pretty well.
Uh, what,
'Cause,
what what type of song are you singing with your daughter?
it's an old song called "Mi Ranchito,"
Okay. And
and
why did you all
everybody
choose
has
that one?
sung that song. Why did I pick that one?
Yeah.
Because uh, one time, me and my daughter, we were in Tucson at a family reunion for my wife.
Okay.
It was the Hernandez reunion, and there was a mariachi there, and they asked if I wanted to sing a song, and with my daughter, and we had never sung together.
Okay.
So my daughter, she says, "Do you know how to sing ranchito?" And I'm going, "Yes." So she started singing it, and I did second harmony on her, second voice.
And they got a standing ovation from all my family.
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean,
imagine. And
I
so
get tears in my eyes because that's a very special feeling for me.
and
You
so
know?
you decided to put that on your, yeah, on your next
Yeah,
album.
yeah, yeah. Because I don't know, it means a lot to me, and you know, I thank Freddie Records for allowing me to do that.
Okay.
It's that's my little girl, and even though I have three more girls.
Yeah. How about your
and
son? Does he sing?
who?
Your son.
Yeah, he sings. He can play the keyboard, the guitar, and the
Okay.
trumpet. Yeah.
Are you planning to do a song with each of your kids? Is
Am I
that
what?
Are you planning to do a song with each of your kids? Is that a goal of yours?
Well,
Or is she the best one?
yeah. Well, no, they're all good, but like I said,
He's really the only one that shows interest in music
Okay.
and like that, other than our son. But he's a welder, and he plays at parties with and Pio and him sing together. It's just awesome.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Because when when he was little, he's my only son, and I have a 12-string Ovation guitar, electric acoustic,
Okay.
and everything that I've learned, I taught him. You know, so
Yeah.
his friends would be hearing him play. Like all these songs that James Taylor and Doobie Brothers and stuff like that. And he would catch on real good until he also sings también. So
Okay.
and his daughter also sings. I mean, there's a lot of talent.
Okay. Do they all like to sing Tejano, or do they have they have their own genres, like some country, some pop, or
They love to sing, they just can't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
oh, they can't speak Spanish?
No.
Welcome to the club, because my Spanish is not very good. I entiendo casi todo, pero no puedo hablar tanto like that.
Yeah,
And
and then plus, me and my wife were kind of like born again Christians,
okay,
and we have we go to church in Alice, Texas, and we're called the Overcomers, Church of the Overcomer, and it's like oh man, that family is like they're great.
okay.
They've changed my life, and that's what I want to do next.
Are you
I
gonna do
want to I
some
want to
Christian?
I want to record some
Okay.
yeah, that's what I want to do next.
We last week we had Johnny Ariola from Los Palominos.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing and he's doing country. I mean, he's doing Christian now also.
Yeah, he went
Well,
over to our church,
yeah.
and
Oh,
he sang some songs there, and it was a rosary,
oh wow.
and yeah, and the people requested him, and they went. They he did real good.
Okay.
He,
I was talking to him about there's a lot of Tejano artists. I think Shelly Lottis was thinking about doing some Christian songs, Genevieve, and of course Johnny was going to do that. And I said, and we just started listing a bunch of them. Said, hey, that would be, and now you're showing some interest in doing it also. That maybe there's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
be a Christian
uh,
album.
it's. I think that's the route that we all have to go
Okay.
because it's right now the way the world is. We got to make it better. And that's the only way you can do it, by having God in your life.
Okay. All right. So you don't have any Christian music on your current on your the newest one album you have?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
but that's the plan for the next
That's
one.
strictly 100% Tejano.
Okay.
Was made for the Pope.
Well,
Yeah.
you could still have Christian Tejano. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So maybe you and Johnny can do a collaboration and do a.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I would love it.
That would be amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
if y'all decide to do it, you and Freddie Records decide that we would love to both have you on at the same time and talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that has to be done.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, you know what? Okay, now I've been trying some new stuff on this show, and I'm doing videos, and this one, Mark from Freddie Records, gave me your video, so I downloaded it onto my computer, and I'm going to
Right.
try to play that right now. I know you're not going to be able to see it right now, but I'm going to play it, and let's see how it goes. And everybody in the chat, please tell me if it's working. If it's not, I've got another way of doing it. Okay,
Tell
so
us how you like it.
okay. Well, I've been listening to it all day. I love it, but I'm hoping the audio works for this. Okay, so I'm gonna transition and play the video for everybody. All right.
Oh, Popeye! Don't worry, I'll save you. No me queda claro que te hayas sido de mi vida. No me queda claro que si te amaba me dejaste heridas. No me queda claro y hoy sufro por tu adiós cada día. No me queda claro por qué jugaste si yo tanto te quería. No me queda claro si yo te amé con todo lo que tenía. Le ponía tiempo extra a cada caricia y al darte un beso en tu cuerpo me perdía. No me queda claro que renunciaras el amor que te tenía, que te olvidaras las promesas que me hacías. No me queda claro por qué tanto fingías. Eso, squeeze that box, David. Y hoy sufro por tu adiós cada día. No me queda claro por qué jugaste si yo tanto te quería. No me queda claro si yo te amé con todo lo que tenía. Le ponía tiempo extra a cada caricia y al darte un beso en tu cuerpo me perdía. No me queda claro que renunciaras el amor que te tenía, que te olvidaras las promesas que me hacías. No me queda claro por qué tanto fingías. No me queda claro. No me queda claro.
All right. I think everybody heard that one because we have one of the chat guys, Alfredo. He said it sounds great. So
All right.
it worked. So now I learned a new thing on my platform. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you, I'm a teacher. I teach
Oh, you
college.
are?
I teach college. I teach math for Dallas College.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm on vacation right now, so I'm
That's great.
enjoying my
That's
summer.
great. Thanks a lot for taking your time.
Oh yeah, well this is one of my hobbies. Because I think everybody in the Tejano industry has a primary job outside of the Tejano industry. Like
Yeah.
I think you've had it's some of my research, and I heard on Rock and Roll James that you've done basically everything you can on a ranch like that, and then
Yeah.
some.
I I know how to fix air conditioners. I know how to be a plumber. I know how to build a house. I know how to destroy a house.
Did you
I
build your
know
house? Did you build your current house?
most of it.
Oh wow.
And then also I like to travel and stuff like that. And basically I'm a real like down person. I don't like excitement.
Okay.
I'm real quiet, and my 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 wife and I and the band we have a lot of fun out there,
Okay. Now,
and it makes it easier and everything. It's like I wouldn't ask for a better set of musicians.
okay.
Because starting from Eli plays the keyboards. He's from Rio the City. Danny Gonzalez plays the bass. He's from here, from Kingsville, born and raised. And then his brother Angel Gonzalez, which right now he's out for about 8 weeks because he had an intestine that had a leak on it or something.
Ooh.
So he had to have surgery the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, but and then on the drums I have Rudy Flores, and he's from Corpus. He's been with me for a long time too.
Okay. Now,
And
does it? You said your son plays accordion.
what?
Did you say your son plays accordion also?
Yeah, he
Okay.
plays accordion too.
Does he fill in sometimes when you need him?
Yeah. Basically, we use him in the studio,
Okay. Oh, sounds good.
and and,
And
and
at family functions probably.
yeah. I mean, actually, we are looking for an accordion player.
Hmm.
If anybody wants to try it out with Magic,
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty cool band, and
Well,
we,
David Lee sounded pretty good. Maybe he'll apply
yeah,
for the
man,
job.
heck yeah, yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
you can't go any better than David Lee.
Yeah.
He's a great person,
He,
great musician. I mean, you name it,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
the best.
I saw David Lee a couple weeks ago at the Rick Balderrama's fundraiser for his brother's.
Oh,
At his,
yeah,
he had a lung cancer, and he's
yeah,
getting a lung not lung cancer. I'm sorry, he is getting a lung transplant, and I think David Lee and Rick's brother, I think his name is Ricky, are like best friends, and so he was helping with the fundraiser. He was selling the
yeah.
chicken. He was serving the chicken plates at the fundraiser and stuff, and
That's great.
he had a great performance like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, they're great.
Yeah, and
I
now,
mean,
so what are the have you gone to like I know like most China artists they play in the U.S. Have you ever played outside the U.S.? Yeah.
yeah, we've done Florida and Ohio,
Okay.
Chicago, Michigan.
All right.
You know, and because I've gigged with other bands, like when I was with La Movida, we went all over the place, and then I used to sing with this band called La Conexión Mexicana, and we were fixing to go international with
Okay.
that band, and you know,
Did you play?
it's
Did you play international?
no, but I recorded different songs like that song by Julian Lennon, that's John Lennon's son from the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
He recorded that song "Too Late for Goodbyes," And as soon as it came out of the press, I went ahead and I started making translation for it. So it came out in Spanish, and it sold real good. I made the billboard and everything with that song.
Oh wow! Congratulations
Yeah,
on it.
it was. I've been in Billboard several times. 1988, I was nominated for a Grammy,
Yeah.
which Linda Ronstadt beat me, but
Okay.
I mean, that's just great being under that kind of talent,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
And it it's been a great thing for me because I've been, you know, I mean, uh, like 2 years ago, I retired from being a
An electrician.
electrician.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that because I remember you were
Yeah,
thinking about retiring from that.
yeah, I put in 21 years there.
Okay. Wow.
And my boss, TJ Electric, the, he would like, you gotta go play, go play,
Okay.
you know, and but every time that I record something, I put his name on the CD, you know,
Are you giving
and
them credits?
huh?
You gave him a little credit.
Yeah, a little credit, yeah,
All right.
yeah. Him and his wife Cindy, they're great
Yeah.
people.
Now, did you put your wife as a credit? Because without your
As a
wife,
credit, yeah, yeah, I put her on an album all the time.
okay, that's good. Because from
Yeah,
what
yeah,
from what I hear, your wife works real hard.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
She's a reason to all of my success.
Okay. Well, hopefully she's sitting down now, especially since she's had surgery on her
Yeah,
knees.
she's talking to her daughters right now.
Okay, that's good. Well, hopefully they're
Yeah.
watching the Tejano Talk Show. Okay, but this is it's about 7:40. It's an hour show, so we usually go into our chat and see who's there and if they have any questions. Okay, let's see. We have Luis. He's a regular. He said yesterday was Memorial Day weekend for veterans who served throughout the years. Yes, thank you for your service, all
Yes,
the
sir.
veterans. Okay, did you have family that entered the service?
I had a brother,
Okay.
my one of my middle brothers, Anthony. He served the army 4 years. He volunteered,
Okay. That's
and
good.
then he got out, and he couldn't. He only lasted 6 months as a civilian, and then he joined the Navy and went for 20 years.
Okay. My dad did 22 years in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I always tell everybody that I served 17 under my dad, like that. So
Wow.
I feel like I was in the military under my dad, like that. So,
Yeah.
well, thank your brother
Well,
for his service too.
yeah.
All right.
Thank your dad for his service.
Well, thank you.
I
I
mean,
forgot to call my dad yesterday. Okay, I'll have to call him tomorrow later. Well, tomorrow he's probably in bed now. All right, our friend Alfredo. He says, "Hello, buddy. Hey, Alfredo. Thank you for inputting and telling me the sound was really good, and I'm grateful for that. I tried a new toy, a new thing, and it worked. So
all
I'll
right.
bring more stuff like that to Tejano Talk.
Yes, sir.
Let's see who else. Let's see. Luis says, "Hey, Pio, glad your wife got recovered from knee surgery."
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you.
Okay. Janie Rios. She said, "Hello from Conroe, Texas," and she says, "My husband and I are celebrating 45 years anniversary. Oh, yesterday. Well, congratulations."
Yeah, congratulations.
Okay, and oh, Alfredo says he's on the road to RGV, and I guess he's listening to Tejano Talk. Okay, well, drive safely. Hopefully, you're not watching the
Yeah,
screen.
take care of yourself. God bless you.
Yeah. Okay, and he said we sound great. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, and he mentioned that Rick's having a liver transplant. Now, Rick Balderrama is giving it to his brother, like that. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so God bless him.
Yeah, and well, matter of fact, last Tuesday, he was in surgery, and Johnny gave a little prayer during the show for his speedy recovery and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was the first time I
Yeah.
ever met Johnny, and actually, this is the first time I've met you. I used to do a show back in the '90s, a Tejano music video show, and I started this Tejano talk with my co-host about 2 years ago. August will be 2 years,
Uh-huh.
like that. Let's see. And Janie says, behind every successful man is a woman telling him what to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
your wife
You better
is,
do as you're told.
yeah. Your wife's your manager, isn't she? Or she retired from
Yes.
that? She still doing that?
She was a banker
Oh, wow.
and was still managing me, and then she retired from banking and continued. I mean, since I've known her, she's been my manager.
Okay. Well, hopefully she invested the money that y'all made, if so you can retire comfortably.
Yeah, well, it's life is full of surprises,
Yeah.
and you got to be ready for it.
Okay. Let's see. TDK, the Tano Dance King, or I called him Kid last week. I forgot, but he said, "Did Pio do the Popeye impersonation yet?" Oh, you did. You did it on the song that we just saw.
Yeah,
The
on the
video.
video. Yeah,
That's you.
that's me.
Wow. Now, why do you like to do the Popeye impersonation? It, I've heard you.
Because
Go ahead.
it, it when I was before I started singing with La Movida, my producer was Rick Garcia from Hacienda Records there in Corpus,
Okay.
and we have been working for years together. I never had to sign a contract for him or anything, and I was faithful for the company and everything. And you know, me and him used to kid around, and I went to go record one of the Movida songs. I didn't even know the guys. They had gone the night before and had all these original songs that they wrote,
Mm-hmm.
and they forgot their music book. So Rick says, "Hey man, I think your voice would be," because I was looking for a job, you know, and before I knew it, it's like I went in there to go record it. I got the song book, and when I finished doing that, Rick asked me. He goes, "Hey, do that Popeye thing for my friends," because he had some friends there in the studio.
Yeah.
And I did the Popeye thing, and he recorded me.
So
And one time I was working in the oil field at that time. I was a field foreman supervisor for a mud and chemical company,
okay.
and I was driving towards Encino. That I was going like 30 miles over there, close to Padre Island,
Yeah.
and when I was coming back after I did my job, I was driving back, and I turned on the radio, and you could hear this radio station from Corpus, and it was called Jalapeno Radio,
Okay.
KCCT. It was AM. Back then, we didn't have FM. It was AM, and I'm listening to the radio, and all of a sudden, this thing comes out, Jalapeno hit number one, and they started playing the song Cada Noche, and then here comes me doing the Popeye thing, and I went, what the heck was that?
Yeah.
So I went to as soon as I got there was a Texaco right there. As soon as you get to from Encino, I went to that Texaco and I called Rick and I said, "Hey man, we're number one at the Jalapeno radio station, but when did you put that Popeye stuff in there?" He goes, "But I put it when we recorded the song, but I didn't tell you."
As a okay. Did he mean it as a joke or like something?
well, no, he did it because he thought it was something that the people would adapt to.
Okay.
And before I knew it, people wanted to take their kids where I was performing because they wanted to hear the Popeye
The Popeye.
analogy, you know.
Yeah. So
And the clubs wouldn't let them go, but when we be doing quinceañeras or stuff like that, doing concerts, the people would take their kids, and I would do it for them, and they get a thrill out of it.
okay.
So I continued doing it, And when I do it, the people they liked it. They start applauding and stuff.
Well, I like it. I thought it was fun. It's kind of unique.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
little trademark
well,
for you.
yeah, yeah. Because I've been doing it since the '80s. You know, well before the '80s,
Okay.
like '78 when I was with La Movida.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Okay. Let's see. Bobby from California. He says hello from California, buddy, and Pio. Hey, Bobby. Nice to see you back.
Yeah,
And
how you doing, Carnal?
and
God bless you. I used to work in California. I used to work in the racetrack out there,
oh wow,
Hollywood Park, Santa Anita,
there Los
Corona.
Alamitos had a racetrack over there near
Huh?
Los Alamitos in
Oh
California.
yeah,
It was near Disney World. I used to live in California back in the
yeah,
day. Yeah, my dad, like I said, he did 22 years. We lived in Southern California, and so I do remember a big racetrack over there.
yeah,
Janie says, "Where does the Popeye voice come from?" Well, I think he just said that. And
yeah.
TDK, he says, "Let's hear him do it." He'd like to hear you do the Popeye voice, if you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. If your voice
I
is
can do it.
okay, let's hear it.
Don't worry, Olive. I'll save you. Oh, Popeye.
Oh, you did Olive too. That sounds
Yeah.
great. All right, TDK, there you go. It's for you. All right. All right. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show. Is there anything you'd like to? Yeah, I know you already said something about your latest music coming out. Uh,
Right.
where can everybody get a hold of you? Like on Facebook?
Well, yeah, they can get a hold of me on social media. Really, uh, we're on Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine yards.
Okay. And
And
they
and my phone number is 361-522-4867.
they can call that and book you at a.
Yeah, you talk to my wife.
Yeah, you'll talk to her wife because yeah.
Yeah,
All right, she's your booking agent. I got you. All right.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
But I
and
mean,
go ahead.
well, I'd also like to thank all of Freddie Records and Mark, Freddie Jr., and his dad, Freddie Sr., and the whole family, and all the staff because they're so nice to us all the time.
Oh
They're
yeah,
great.
Mark is awesome. I mean, Mark has helped me so much for this show, and I'm very grateful to Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we play for anything.
Okay.
Quinceañeras, bodas, divorcios, whatever, you know.
Okay, sounds great. You know what? I do. Everybody's saying they love the Popeye is great. Uh, I do have one question. So how that I did a little research. How did you get the magic? Or they
How did
call?
I get magic?
Yeah.
Because of my producer again, Rick
Okay.
Garcia from Hacienda Records. We were trying to find a name for the band because I had just gotten out of La Movida, and Rick's always watched my back, so he told me, he goes, "Why don't you name it Magia?"
Okay.
Magia. And I said, no, because it sounds too much like La Mafia.
Oh, that's
And,
true.
and, and, and back then, we were all competing against each other's. I mean, they wanted to have a better light show. We wanted to have a better light show. They wanted a better sound system. We wanted a better sound system. So there was a lot of competition back then.
Yeah.
And plus we have Maz, we had Sombra, we had all these what you call badass Tejano bands.
That's true.
And you have to compete against all of this. And like now, it's like the road's already paved, and all the musicians have to do is learn music and just listen.
Yeah. It's a
Because before that, when I was brought up in this industry, they we only had radio for 2 hours on a Sunday.
yeah. That's true in a lot of places.
That's all we had. So whatever you had to say it in 2 hours, and all these bands and stuff, and it was hard, you know. It was
Yeah.
hard, but I mean, gosh, man,
Yeah.
you go through this. I mean, um, I've played with Ramon Ayala, Intocable. Uh, Selena used to open up for me, and it was. I mean, you know, at one time in the '80s, we were like a regular commodity in the kitchen in the household,
Yeah. I
and
I remember a story that when your son was born, you decided to spend a lot more time with them, and so
yeah,
you left the Tejano industry or the road, and then
yeah,
when Selena died, you decided to come back.
yeah. Because
Okay.
I remember I was saying, you know, about how I was upset about how the industry was going down and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then uh, this friend of mine comes and tells me, "Hey, dude, well, why don't you go out there and do something about it?" And I told him, I said, "Well, you know, I guess I can try. You know, hey man, where you were on top for many years."
Yeah.
So I went ahead and that's what I started doing, and it was so hard to get back into the into that mainstream. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it was hard. You know, and I mean, I started seeing when I was 14, and I'm 72 right now. So it's it's been a long, long trip. You know,
Yeah.
but I can say that, you know, we've had our highs and lows, and but we're still there. We're
Yeah.
still hanging on.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's a great way to end the show. And
yeah.
okay, last thing, is there anything else you'd like to mention? Or
No, just be yourself. And if you love Tejano, make sure you show it. You know, because I think it's something that if I could have stood it for 50 some odd years, so can everybody else. You know, and it's something that we can't let die. It's got to continue.
oh yeah,
You
most
know,
definitely.
because
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you again for being on the show. And if you do, when you do have more things to talk about, like a new music and an album, and maybe if you
okay,
do that Christian album, we would love to have you back anytime.
yes, sir,
All
yes,
right,
sir.
and we'll
That's
figure,
no problem.
yeah, and we'll figure out the video thing later. All right, but
That bueno.
okay, and I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time, and you've been listening and watching Tejano Talk with Pio Trevino. All right,
Eso.
all right. Thank you. Until next
Thank you,
week.
brother. God bless you.
All right, end broadcast.